Hello and welcome to the Path of Least Resistance. I am Versailles, and today we're going to be going through challenges 61 through 70 of the July 2025 monthly challenges, and 61 is Swain and Yasuo. Special rules are Trick of the Light, game start, all players summon a mirror mage, and course power round start. The foe gets an extra mana gem this round for each unit they have. For this we're going to be using Garen, with Berserker's Buckle, Stalker's Blade, and Troll King's Crown. If you have Beast Within, use that instead of Troll King's Crown. For support, I'm not really sure how much it matters. I'm going to take Nyla because she has Elusive. In the shop, I actually don't hate Crystal Carrier, but we typically want to check to see if we can get something better on cards that are already in our deck. I like this Sharp Sight with Draw a Champion. That way if we don't get our champion, we'll have a way to access it. And we do have Farsight Alteration on Garen, which will give us a way to get our champion, so it's less important now. And we go into Swain, whose power is Suffer. Round start, deal 3 to all the players' damaged units. So that won't impact Garen because he has regeneration. But it will impact the rest of our units. I'm going to attack and Sharp Sight here. Sharp Sight gives us an extra mana gem, which means we can play Garen next round. Don't really have a way to kill Swain, so... Oh, I messed up. I didn't realize that Challenger. I was gonna block and then single combat something else, but I didn't. We're gonna get rid of the Mirror Mage. I'm not sure how many created cards our opponent has, but I don't want them to have the ability to play them if they do and I forgot about something. And drop Garen here. And we're gonna attack. That'll level up. With Berserker's Buckle we get a lot of extra power too. And we'll get rid of one more unit. Did unfortunately level up Swain. But we should be relatively okay. They let us end round. I think in interest of safety we'll take that. We could maybe have gotten like a pretty decent attack out of it, but there's no reason to push our luck. This guy's basically dead no matter what we do, so I'm fine trading over the Swain. Now we just want to make sure our board stays bigger than theirs. You can lose a unit here, that would be fine, but I think this will just win the game. If we lost our units, we could play Remembrance and potentially draw into some sort of healing. We'll take Power Rip so we can play Garen earlier. Remove our worst card, which is probably Vanguard Redeemer. We go into Yasuo, whose power is Gathering Storm. When the foe's units attack, stun the player's weakest unit or follower unit, and the foe draws one. Get the chance to open with Garen, so we'll do that. Don't have the attack token, so we can't attack. Now we do, so we're gonna just open attack. They could probably stun us, or recall here. And we'll just get rid of the Yasuo on our way out. Replay Garen.
The forest hides friend and foe alike.
Come, my mirrors. The others. Affirmative.
Get Nyla on the board.
Power is mine to command.
Would have been nice if at some point we had played the sharp side here. That would have given us something good.
Dance with me.
An extra mana gem to work with, which would have been really nice. We keep getting recalled, which is really unfortunate.
Underestimate. I dare you.
Death is like the wind, always by my side. Some things never
Get
done.
rid of Yasuo before we get stunned. You might die here. Yeah, that's more damage.
My destination. I'll tell you when I get there.
A double recall really set me back. That's okay, we'll do it again. And reroll all my cards. My hope was to get an extra Garen, but I did not. Can't round one Garen this time. Also don't have Sharp Sight, pretty bad hand.
Life's the best teacher you'll get. Quick footwork, fast strikes.
I'm gonna kill the Yasuo here so he doesn't attack. And unfortunately we get recalled, so that didn't work, and we'll take a bunch of damage for it.
Some things never dull. And there's
Weirdly, I think it's the Chorus of Power that's causing me these problems.
if the journey doesn't get
That's an ability I've never thought about in my life,
Brother, what have you become?
and I think I'm gonna lose because of it.
would you listen?
For justice, for democracy.
Some things never dull. And then there's you.
So we're gonna get stunned. Yasuo will level up. 4, 8, 15, 17 damage. I think you have to kill that guy here so we don't get stunned. If we get stunned, we lose the game. But, I mean, it's not looking like we're gonna survive anyway.
My training is nearly complete. I've got your back. Joy, unbound and everlasting. Elation and water.
No one is promised tomorrow.
The balanced spirit may still fall.
Break their spirit and their soul. This will not take long.
Come, test your might.
something like that.
Answer for what you have done.
Not dead, but it's not looking good.
You're covered.
My friend and I are toll collectors.
Oshlesh's power is mine to command. What is joy to you, brother? True joy.
Being here, dancing in all the beauty of life. How about a party trick?
Is that creaking the branches of my bones?
I'll do what must be done.
Can't really afford to be double stunned here. That deny kills me.
Oh, so close.
A worthy nemesis to be celebrated.
It has been a really long time since I've lost. I don't know how I feel about that. So, should you lose, you might just be having like, you know, some brain problems after that, and you might be saying to yourself, well, what do I do now that I've lost? Is my mood ruined? Am I going to be tilted? But rather than do any of that, what you should do is you pull out Aurelion's soul, and then you just win instead.
Show them their place.
If I'd drawn second Garen at any point, that would have been fine. Although, like, overall I think it maybe wasn't the best play. We probably wanted something with more burn so that we didn't run into that situation where all of my cards were getting recalled. Which was actually the problem. Maybe I shouldn't have kept trying to play into it, considering my cards kept getting recalled. So there are a lot of things that could have been done there that would have potentially been better than what I ended up doing.
I'm the forger of stars. This is your comeuppance target.
Like if I just played low cost Swarm instead of trying to continually play Garen, I think that would have been better. It would have given me more blockers. Truly embarrassing.
My destination. Tell you when I get there.
So Aurelion Soul is really good, particularly if you have him decked out with epic relics. This is how I prefer to play him. And obviously I'm not in the best state of mind right now because of losing.
Mind if I slip into something a little more?
And so I want to do something that'll make me feel good. And one of the things that makes me feel good is absolutely crushing an adventure. And the way we can do that is by playing the best champion in the game.
I'm the forger of stars.
Potentially Swain 6-star is better. But when you look at something like this, you're doing 113 damage on round 1. Kinda hard to complain about that. Realistically, I probably should have switched champions to something else and used no epic relics. That is kind of the whole point of this channel. But, you know, you gotta recover. And this is how I'm doing that. Can't believe I lost. Challenge 62 is Jinx. Special rules are Butcher's block. All units have Plunder. Grant me +1/+1. Vicious enemy and welcome to the Murder Bridge. Game start. The foe summons a Howling Abyss. For this, we're going to be using Garen again, and hopefully it'll work better than last time, and hopefully I can find him. Relics are Berserker's Buckle, Stalker's Blade, and Troll King's Crown. Maybe you just put Spellshield on 61, then it solves the issue. Because getting recalled was the issue. Maybe trade out Berserker's Buckle for Spellshield. Yeah. And then that'll be good. Sorry, I'm not all here right now. But it's fine. we will continue. We're gonna take double attack on Garen. Scout probably would have been the same or better. Going to Jinx, whose power is Rockets Go Boom. When foe attacks, they play Super Mega Death Rocket. And we'll keep Sejuani in hand so we can draw Garen. And of course we draw a second Sejuani instead. We do get Garen though, so cool. No point in playing Lord Bladekeeper, nothing to boost on it. And Akshan is here because of the Howling Abyss modifier. We can't naturally kill Jinx here, but we can with single combat. I think it's worthwhile. Play Vanguard Defender. Play Laurent Blade Rack. Blade Keeper. Can't attack because Nasus will eat us. And finally we can get Garen down. He's gonna grow huge, but they have a bunch of champions, which is really unfortunate for us. I'm gonna attack with Garen here with a double attack. They decide not to block, that's totally fine. Single combat into Wolf Rider so we can get an extra mana gem. As you can see, Garen is pretty big right now. The opponent's gonna not do anything because of that. And if they attack, we can always block over here and use Judgment. Had we pulled Judgment during the last game, that would have saved our lives as well, but we didn't. Although it might have gotten denied. A lot of really just bad things happened. It was basically a comedy of errors. Yeah. So anyway, that's basically how Garen's supposed to look versus what I did last time. Challenge 63 is Draven. Special rules are evolve. Players' units or on natural selection, the players' units have evolved. Vicious enemy and Demacian Might 2. When one of the foe's units strike, grant it +2/+2. I'm using Morgana with Chemtech Duplicator, Grand General's Counterplan, and Wicked Harvest. I like Wicked Harvest because you can get all of your hit points back, and it also kills all of their units usually. And Morgana is really good because she can curse everything and then nothing can attack. Don't think we need another targeted spell. And we're going to look for cost reduction here. -1 is probably good enough. And we go into Draven, whose power is God Among Gladiators. Round end, the foe summons a Draven. If they don't have one, when Draven attacks, gets +1/+0 and double attack that round. We'll keep Mahira in so it can start getting cost reduced. And we do have a Shield Vault, which is a way to play a stun. So there's only going to be one of those. 2 makes it so that we're going to lose this unit here. But they didn't attack. Weird. I think it just passed. I think it passed again. Now that all of their cards are down, just gonna drop Morgana. And we'll use Dark Binding.
Bear this burden. Truth binds you.
And we'll Crescent Strike.
Feel my pain.
We don't want them to ever be able to play their curses, basically. Get stunned from the Minotaur Reckoner. Kinda frustrating, but it's fine. Drop Startled Stomper, it has Overwhelm on it. Play Dark Binding on Draven, because Draven can block. Take Meteor Shower. Basically looking for targeted spells. Supernova, I mean, doesn't exactly curse things, because it will remove them instead. But removing a unit, also very good. 2, 4, and 1. Those will both die.
I am your darkness. I am your truth.
Play Mahira here.
I will fight with you, but I will never call you mother, and I would never ask you to daughter.
Shield Bolt the Draven.
Share in my curse.
Get attack for 23.
Time for the money makers. New venue, new money.
You can silence the Minotaur Reckoner. We could have played another Dark Binding, but I don't think there's a need for it. And do some obliteration here. And we'll double Dark Binding because of Chemtech Duplicator on the Savage Reckoner.
Truth binds you.
Dark Binding on Draven. Take Falling Comet, we can remove something.
Be still.
Take 2 Falling Comet, we can remove 2 something. They are out of cards. So we can Supernova, the things that can block. And we'll play Lisa and Dolly to curse the last one. And then we can attack for 44. Morgana has long games, but the opponents can't do anything, so it's still good. Challenge 64 is Jinx and Lee Sin. Special rules are on guard, round start, create a fleeting single combat in all players' hands, vicious enemy and nothing but powder monkeys 2. Round start, the foe summons a powder monkey. For this we're going to be using Garen with Berserker's Buckle, Stalker's Blade, and Troll King's Crown. Actually, even if I had double Stalker's Blade instead of Troll King's Crown or Berserker's Buckle, that would have been better. On 61. I just didn't expect it. I mean, overall it's fine. Losing doesn't really do anything, so... Go into Jinx, whose power is Rockets Go Boom. When the foe attacks, they play Super Mega Death Rocket.
Join the hunters, they said. Finally, some action.
Some rock got me good. There's a blast from the past. Well,
I think that's fine. That's what I was gonna do anyway. But we can take out another unit because of that.
when will I find peace?
A Ribbon. Play Laurent Protege.
Rock got me good. There's a blast from the past. Well, violence.
Hardly fair.
Get rid of the Jinx.
Some rock got me good.
To serve the greater good, it must be done.
I didn't know I'd capture Jinx. Also, I have like way too many cards in my hand.
To the field! It means they like you.
So let's get rid of some of those.
I won't look back.
Make a Blade of the Exile.
The time for talk is over. The cost of war.
Save a single combat in case we need it for something. Drop the bird. They single that, that's fine.
No turning back now. The conflict awaits.
Single combat to remove the unit so overwhelmed damage goes through. And we win. I also didn't learn from my mistake. I knew I needed to play Sharp Sight so I could get more mana, and then I just didn't. Take Excavator's Charge, it'll give us some extra power. Then we go into Lee Sin, whose power is always listening. When the foe attacks, they create 2 resonating strikes in hand. They cost 0. I don't know if I said strikes or attacks. Doesn't matter.
Force is meaningless without skill.
I think we're safe to play the bird.
How'd you do that? Strike firm.
And then if you block, they'll either hit you for more, or they'll kill your unit, so don't do that. I'm gonna play the Blade Keeper to make the bird live, and then I'm going to strike Lee Sin to remove him. That'll make the bird bigger so now I can attack with the bird, which will get rid of Horns of the Dragon. I'm happy with that.
Master yourself. Master your enemy.
Another Lee Sin. I think we just open remove him. If he attacks, he'll get the ability to play barrier. And here, I think we just take. Can play Garen now. Get an extra one because of Deathless. Obviously, we're just single combating that. Drop Ribbon. Attack 39 with the game. I don't think my pick was bad. I think I just needed to play different relics. Like, you could even drop Troll King's Crown and just do double Stalker Spellshield, and the game would have been a little bit longer, but it would have been safer and you would have won. So, I don't know. Challenge 65 is Zed and Ezreal. Special rules are Bandle Magic. Game start, the player summons a Bandle Tree. Vicious Enemy and Power Overwhelming. Round end, grant the foe's units everywhere +1/+1. For this we're using Jinx, Scourge's Stash, Loose Cannon's Payload, and Guardian Angel. We go into Ezreal, whose power is target practice. Those spells cost 1. Round start, create a fleeting static shock in the opponent's hand. If they've leveled the champion, create a fleeting true shot barrage instead. Is it fleeting? Yeah. So you always start with Jury Rig, you can play that, drop your Jinx, it'll get extra value because of the Bandle tree. You might need to wait an extra round if you don't have the 4-star sorcery power. And if you don't have the 5-star management power, but on your next round it'll look the same. You might take a little bit of damage, it's not a big deal. Attack with everything. Get stunned because Ezreal, and if you kill your own Jinx, you'll trigger Loose Cannon's payload again, winning the game. The reason we're using Jinx is because I personally find power overwhelming a little bit concerning. You can take cost reduction on Jinx, it'll let you play her for free on that first round. And we go into Zed, whose power is Blade in the Darkness. Round N, if the foe's Nexus took damage this round, the foe's strongest unit strikes it. The player's Nexus took damage this round, the foe's strongest unit strikes it. I think we pass, they'll always drop Zed. They have the ability to play their champion, they'll do that. Play a passing move, drop your card. Again, if you have less mana, you need to wait an extra round. Could take a lot of damage because of that, but you'll never take damage after your Jinx hits the board. Now we're gonna wait for their Zed. I'm just happy to continue passing here. We are now gonna get rid of our Jinx because it happens at burst speed. We can see if there's any other things that we need to remove. Get rid of the 2 units. Play your Mega Death Rocket. Could heal if you wanted with Tasty Fae Folk, but just winning the game is also fine. Them recalling the Jinx means you could have replayed it. Triggering all those effects again would have been pretty good. Challenge 66 is Tryndamere and Gangplank. Special rules are Ionia discount, Prophet of an Elder God 2 when the foe attacks, spawn 3, Vicious Enemy, and Gathering Storm. When the foe's units attack, stun the player's weakest unit and the foe draws 1. That's going to be pretty powerful along with Tryndamere. For this we're using Fiddlesticks, Double Chameleon's Necklace, and Chemtech Duplicator. Fiddlesticks didn't end up working out quite as well on Tryndamere as I thought. The Gloom, while it stays, doesn't help continually reduce their health and power. When the opponent's units dies, because of Undying Rage, they come back again anyway. So, you might want to choose something else. I'm not sure what, something with a stun probably. Or something that can just do direct damage to the Nexus, something with elusive, something with units bigger than Tryndamere's, that kind of thing. We'll take Teemo because Teemo's fun. And cost reduction on Shallow Siren is pretty good. Don't think I want Capture. Can have negative effects. But I will take Mysterious Portal on Crowstorm. We go to Tryndamere, whose power is Undying Rage. Each round, the first time a foe's unit dies, it gets Fearsome, Overwhelm, and Tough instead. I said all those words in the wrong order, but it's okay. Pretty good start. Might almost be worth just attacking here. You'll trigger Terrify 4 times, and then you can drop Teemo later anyway. Yes, as you can see, killing it didn't do anything. I guess it didn't make it stronger, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Fire knows it so.
Did get Fiddlesticks, but unfortunately, he didn't get played for free because my board was full. Heck with everything. Easy win. And I like taking extra powers on Fiddlesticks because it gives you extra copies in the opponent's deck. Makes it so that you have a better chance of drawing. And our worst card is Puff Cap Pup, or the Poison Dart is also bad. And we go into Gangplank, whose power is the Saltwater Scourge. Round start, the foe summons a Powder Keg. First time the foe starts around with less than 20 health, summon the Dreadway. I'm gonna pass, I wanna see what they do. Poison Dart on the barrel. Drop Teemo. Mushroom Cloud. And then attack. Levels up Teemo. And we're gonna do nothing this round. Going to throw a storm here. It's really rude of them to have stolen my cards. Gonna reap here. They get a Dreadway, but it doesn't matter because they're dead. I love Fiddlesticks. Challenge 67 is Lulu. Special rules are Savage Mysticism. Round start, each player gets a mana gem, Vicious Enemy, and Beyond Mere Flesh. The foes units have +1/+1 for each of their keywords. For this, we're going to be using Ambessa with Double Stalkers and Guardian Angel. That setup makes it so that you can get a bunch of strikes in and a bunch of attacks. Ambessa also will make squirrels, or when their Ambessa's units become squirrels, you'll be able to power them up through her power anyway. There we go, those were words that I was looking for. And take Cataclysm because we want more attacks. More attacks is more better. And cost reduction is great. If I could get 2 cost reduction, I would go for that, but since I can't guarantee it, take 1 instead.
Pleased to meet you.
And we go into Lulu, whose power is Adorabyss. Round start, transform the player's strongest follower into a 1/1 squirrel and silence it this round. It's gonna flip all our cards. We have what we need, which is just Ambessa.
Good giggle can't fix.
Rictus will stun the Lulu. And we get a nice squirrel. I'm gonna pass, let them play a card. I have so many cards. There's so much mana too. And yeah. I don't know what I'm saying. Squirrel gets bigger. We attack again. We attack again with Cataclysm. In Inscription the squirrel, I suppose. Copy squirrels are still 1/1. Isn't ideal. Public execution here so that we can rally. Attack with everything. Attack again. Gonna attack us with elusive, that's fine. Attack with Scout. Conscription on Rictus. Attack again. Challenge 68 is Nautilus. Special rules are guided meditation. All players start with 10 mana gems, vicious enemy, and suffer round start deal 3 to all the players' damaged units. For this we're using Elder Dragon with Lost Chapter, Chemtech Duplicator, and Hymn of Valor. Basically you put Elder Dragon on the board and you win the game. You take something more expensive, but I don't want to spend too many rerolls. Take Ambessa here. And skip. And we do want cost reduction on Elder Dragon. I think maybe with fleeting is still fine. We go to Nautilus, whose power is all will drown. When any unit dies, heal the foe's nexus 1, and the foe tosses 1 if they aren't deep. And we don't get our dragon, which is a bit unfortunate. Public execution here. I give us rally. We attack. Midnight raid attack again. Drop our Stalking Broodmother. Makes a dragon. That's a cool power. Attack with Scout. Lose our barrier there. Sharp Sight will keep Ambessa alive. Could have also just not pulled this and Rictus would have stunned it. And attack again. This is 5 to everything.
Blood and guts, gold and glory.
We live in times of wonder.
I am dragon
I think. Don't quite win on this attack. Maybe just attack with Scout first. This is fine. Attack with the Ocean Drake. Nautilus comes down, but he doesn't have elusive. Then we attack with the Ocean Drake. Oh no, he healed 1. And I could have won, and I didn't. This is less fine now. Still haven't seen Elder Dragon. A little bit of misplay there at the end, but overall no big deal. Challenge 69 is Kai'Sa and Jinx. Special rules are Dune Striders. Each round, the player's first stream, a card costs 1 less to play. Vicious enemy. After image round start, the foe revives an ephemeral copy of the strongest dead follower and Demacian Might 2. When one of the foe's units strikes, grant it +2/+2. I think this is insane. Yeah, that's fair. For this reason, Ambessa, Double Stalkers, and Guardian Angel might actually get to show off what Guardian Angel does this time, because this adventure looks like it's going to be a lot. And I don't know what I want to take here. Victor seems fine. We play a lot of created cards. Deathless on Legion Marauder should be good. Although I rarely play towards Legion Marauder. And I guess Emperor's favor on
Are you the hunter
the other card.
or the prey?
We go to Kaiser, whose power is Rapid Evolution. Round start, the foe grants each of their units +1/+1 and a random keyword. So I think we just play Rictus here. We didn't draw Ambessa. Oh, I could have attacked again. Not paying enough attention.
Adding to the arsenal.
So I guess we drop Victor.
Speak to me. Tell me what you're doing.
X-Core upgrade. Attacking with Scout probably kills us here, so I'm not gonna do that.
Their every move just makes me stronger.
And we will public execution the Poro. Could potentially take a lot of damage here. But it's fine because we just attack back. Would have been better if we had drawn our champion, but do what you gotta do. Deathless on Ambessa is really funny. Deathless with Guardian Angel is always a good combination. We go into Jinx, whose power is Rockets Go Boom. When the foe attacks, they play a Super Mega Death Rocket. Still can't believe it lost. And I know, it's not a big deal. Play your Ambessa, play your Victor, X-Core upgrade, attack with Scout. Not sure why they're not playing anything. They definitely have units. Guess they wanted to be sneaky. Attack with Midnight Raid. Victor has double attack, so him getting stronger is pretty positive for us. Get a public execution out of this. Play a Hex-Core upgrade. Hoping for elusive. Drop Rictus. Win the game. Challenge 70 is Darius. Special rules are combat awareness. All units have scout. Vicious enemy iterative enhancements. Round start, the foe summons the next turret and suffer round start, deal 3 to all the players' damage units. We're going to be using Ambessa again, double Stalkers, and Guardian Angel. So this should be kind of interesting. They're going to make turrets that will have Scout. So that's going to be something extra to work with, or work against, I guess. And yeah. And also, if you block, your unit's gonna die, and yeah, that's kind of the situation. Take Power Riff on Ambessa, we can play her for cheaper. Then we go into Darius, whose power is Hemorrhage. Also, Hemorrhage is gonna get boosted. Round end, deal 1 to the player's Nexus for each unit the foe has. So that'll be boosted by all of the mechs that are created. If I could draw a card, that'd be great, but I can't, so... If I pass, they're gonna play a card. Drop Ambessa to get rid of both, because your all units have scout, we can attack twice. And we can attack with Midnight Raid. Drop a Rictus. He has Scout, so when he free attacks, we get Scout. Or the attack token, I suppose. Stun all their units, attack again, win the game. And that is that for the July 2025 monthly challenges. Overall, I don't think it's quite as hard as last month was, where we had 6 or 7 small stuffs. That was pretty bad. However, this is the first one I've lost in a while, so that's something. One thing that I do suggest is that you keep a champion in reserve, something like an Aurelion Soul, sometimes a Jinx, a Yasuo, something that you're just not going to lose with, in case you do come up into a situation where you lose a game that you weren't expecting to, and then your whole chart of unit champions you're going to play gets messed up. Because you need to put them in the specific slots. So keeping like really strong champions on reserve, like your Nautilus, Gwen is typically very good. Ambessa is incredible, obviously. Nora's interesting in monthly challenges, can be a little bit too slow without the powers that really make her shine, I think. But like Lewis Fortune, Nami, just there are a lot of champions that you can win pretty well with. Volibear is really strong, Viego is really strong. Yeah. I just like to keep some, or like I didn't use any Swain, could have used Swain, and you know, that would have been an easy board sweep. So keep something in reserve for if you do end up dying, and then you'll have something to play, and then you don't have to worry about it, and then don't feel bad about losing. Like, I literally make guides for how to win monthly challenges, and I just lost. And I'm ranked 264 right now. That's gonna keep going down. But like, this rank doesn't do anything. I get no power from it. I've been rank 2, and you know, I've been rank 200, and there's no difference. So, yeah. So, I don't know. I'm trying to make myself feel better. And hopefully, also impart a little bit of wisdom to you as well. So, that is all for me. Thank you for watching. Sorry I used Aurelion Soul. A little bit of an overreaction from losing. Should have played something else instead to show what you could have done. To actually solve the issue rather than just destroying the issue. But here we are. Like I said, that is all for me. Thank you for watching. If you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.